Hi everyone, it's Mr. Gardner here, and I'm going to be reading a story today. And the story that I've chosen is called Little Turtle and the Sea. It's a book I've come across recently in nursery, as I've been teaching all my nursery children about life under the sea. And it's one of my favourites at the moment, so I thought I'd want to share it with you today. Let me read the blurb at the back. Little Turtle loves the ocean with her whole heart. As the years pass, she repeats an incredible journey across the world to the beautiful coral reefs. But one day she finds that the ocean has changed. Could Turtle's journey be over forever? Let's find out. It began with a thunderstorm. The rain lashed and the waves crashed as little Turtle pushed her way out of the nest and onto the sodden sand. She needed to be quick. One flipper in front of the other, she pulled herself down to the beach, towards the sea, and safety. Thunder rumbled in the sky as little Turtle slipped into the sea for the very first time. The water rose to meet her, and she was tossed and turned in the spray. Which way was up? Tiny Turtle splashed all around her, calling, "Swim! Swim!" Just when little Turtle's flippers were tiring, she managed to hitch a ride. Her journey had begun. Warm currents carried little Turtle over a carpet of colour. She danced with the swaying seagrass. She swam with the fish of every shape and size. "What beauty!" she said. Happy and content, little Turtle climbed into a cosy cave and slept. Months passed and Turtle was no longer little. She had outgrown her hidey hole. But she would never outgrow the ocean. Turtle swam onwards through mile after mile of dazzling open water. She was quite alone, and yet she didn't feel lonely. The ocean was her friend. At last, Turtle's journey was complete. She had made it to the other side of the world. "Home," sighed Turtle, and what a home it was. Foraging and feeding, Turtle lived there happily for many, many years. Until one day, it was time for her to return. Turtle swam across the ocean, back to the beach where she had been born. She made this journey many times, but found that the same journey was always different. Turtle, too, was different. As she grew each year, her love for the ocean grew with her. She saw new sights, made new friends, and welcomed some new little turtles into the world. Then, one day, the ocean itself was different. Colours disappeared, and Turtle found strange new creatures swimming beside her. "Friend?" she asked, but she was met with silence. The strangeness grew and grew, and Turtle felt lost in the places she knew most. Nowhere looked the same. The ocean no longer felt like a friend. "Hello," she spoke into the darkness. But Turtle was alone, alone and trapped. Just when Turtle thought her journey was over forever, figures emerged from the strangeness and swam towards her. Turtle was freed. Little by little, she watched as they tended the seagrass, the coral, and her friends. "Thank you," she said. They had returned her to the ocean. And began to return Turtle's ocean to her. It was beautiful once more, and she loved it with her whole heart. The colours came back. And that is the end of this story, Little Turtle and the Sea. And what I really like about this story is that it does have a happy ending. turtle was freed, she was saved, her ocean was becoming a lot full of colour again. But it just gives a message to me to say we need to be very careful with our rubbish. We need to be careful about where we put our carrier bags. We need to be careful about our plastic bottles. If we just throw them anywhere and not into the right places, then this rubbish will end in our oceans. And there'll be many more turtles like the one in this story who will get trapped and may not have a happy ending like this turtle does. So we need to make sure that we're not polluting our oceans. We need to make sure we're taking care of our animals and our creatures and our life on Earth. Otherwise, without them, we won't have a happy Earth. And it's really important that we have more scenes like this. Happy scenes for our animals, making sure that they're all living healthy lives and making sure our Earth is looked after. So, next time you have some litter, make sure you put it in the bin, in the right place, not on the floor where we can trap and hurt other animals and make our environment around us look messy too. And I like the message that this story gives. And I'm so glad that little turtle found a positive way at the end, thanks to those divers. And that is the end of Little Turtle and the Sea. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you, everyone.